You're gonna see the whole game from from your perspective again. All right, so I just sent you the stream link in the coaching channel. And I have the chat up on my phone for you to watch. Let me just double check that everything's broadcasting the way it should be here. All right, can you hear me in the stream? I don't think my... Hold on. Let me leave this Discord call. Is my mic broadcasting to my PlayStation now? Okay. You should be able to hear that. Perfect. Yeah, that's broadcasting. Okay. So yeah, you can either talk to me in live chat or party chat, whichever way you decide to want to go about this. So if you have any questions or concerns or thoughts, don't be afraid to mention it. I'm just grabbing water before we get started. All right, you give me some sort of indication that you're ready and we will get going here. All right. I mean, the biggest thing I can say about kickoffs, legitimately, is if you're doing this consistently, you're probably better off just driving if you're trying to win the game. I understand working on it. I understand trying to develop something, but I do genuinely think to a degree that just going for that kickoff normally is better in the long run, and you can work on your speed flipped kickoffs in free play or in a training pack or something. I like seeing you get back on defense. That's great. I love I love coming up quickly. You can take more time on that though. LS is on like our side of the field. At this point, you have time to see what Gabe is going to do and just react to that. So you can kind of stay, I'd say, about here and just see what he's going to do with that ball and react to it at that point. In these particular moments, you've got 90 boost. You're better off sitting here. If I'm fighting in their corner with the boot for the ball, If you're sitting here, you are very available for a pass. And if for whatever reason you need to spill out this way because the ball has gone this way, you are still in a fantastic position to get over quickly. Sitting here, if that ball spills mid, you're not beating anybody to that ball. Right? So if we sit here for a second. Once that ball hit goes like that, that is officially your ball to go after. You can just aerial up and pop that in the net, and that's a goal. Nothing wrong with any of that. Like the aggression. So, I mean, in that regard, let me go back here for a bit. Sure, the play is going left. It's going into the corner. And sure, to a degree, that ball can keep coming down that left wall. But I am up there. I am ready to fight, and I am ready to keep possession and keep pressure. Right? So by just coming, like, instead of rotating all the way over here, where sure, it's a safe play, you're probably not going to get scored on, but you're probably not going to score on any opportunity that I try to create from a pass. Because creating a shot from here is a lot more difficult than creating a shot from here. And if you're here, we have a 2-on-2, not a 1-on-2. We're not trying to beat them twice on our own. We're trying to beat them together at this point. Does that make sense? Because you can see, you do go for that ball, but if you were just middle, you could have had that ball to yourself all along. And there's a better chance of it just going. I like the play behind for the high 50 or the high pop. I don't hate any of that, honestly. I'd rather see you cheat than going for boost or going on defensive. My philosophy on kickoff is if you cheat and the ball goes straight into our net, that's not your fault, that's on my fault for having a poor kickoff. Because you see how that ball dies instantly? Oh, let's go over to your side of the field. If from this position you just drive forward and come here, that ball's yours. Or you can at least do something with that ball. Instead, we have given him all the space in the world, and someone with space can be threatening. The 50 goes well, and we make use out of it, but not always going to work that way. think once you see me go for this ball, you don't want to get too aggressive, even though I am missing that. Because you still want to be able to buy time for me to recover. And if you are going for that ball, you're coming at it with no idea who's where. If you turn off ball cam for a second, you'll see Gabe there. And if you look backwards for a second, you see LS back there. So, I mean, you got time to play this a bit patiently. Maybe. Also, might be able to go a bit quicker. I don't know what to do there. I think at this point, you've either got to... Well, you don't have boost. So, yeah, I'd say, honestly, you don't have boost here. Shadow defend this. So turn your car and face it this way. Fake challenge. Don't jump here, because he's beating you to that every time. That is your fault for not having boost, but I am trying to find a way so that even if you find yourself in this position going forward, well, what do we do here, right? No, you had boost. Okay, hold on. Did you have boost or did you not have boost? Replay issues. Hold on. Why is that message not showing up? What's going on with my phone? You shall know what to do. Positions. So, from different kickoff positions, my rule of thumb, like I said, is cheat. Um, Purely because possession and boost control can mean a lot. You can gain possession, I can gain boost control, or vice versa, just by one person cheating while the other off the other person's kickoff. Okay, so yeah, you don't have much boost going on there though. So yeah, you missed the big boost. You could have grabbed the small pad, could have grabbed this small pad. Could have grabbed either of those small pads. And you missed that small pad. So you did a great job of avoiding every boost pad you drove by. I say that lightheartedly. Um, yeah, you really are allergic to boost. Like, you missed easily 200 boost. But going back to this position here, he's gonna beat you to this ball every time. You don't have boost, he is boosting to this ball. You just need to turn and shadow defend this and not jump at this, and that will keep you in the play a little bit. And maybe give us a chance. I think if you're back 30 seconds earlier, or 5 seconds earlier, we're fine. And when I say cheat like this, that's what I do, right? By the time kickoff happens, I'm here, and I'm still able to get back and make a play and do what has to be done, right? When you miss kickoff like this and they hit it, you don't necessarily have time to go grab that big boost. Grab this one, grab this one, grab this one, grab that one, and come this way and just be ready. I have to challenge and I have to try and slow them down to buy time for you to get back. This is where I'm waiting for you to get back to. Sure, there's 100 there. We can grab 12, 24, 36, 48. And 48 boost is plenty to do anything here. In this particular moment, all I've done is clear that ball. I don't have boost. Just stay back post ready. They could get a decent shot off of that clear. They could get something going. At least here you're ready, and we're not on top of each other. And again, if you're just back here, it's a much easier ball to get at from this direction than this direction, where you might just, honestly, looking at it from this direction, you got really scared you were going to pinch that in the net. If you're here, you can just block that shot. Yeah, that's what it really, like, that moment right there looks really poor. And I genuinely think it's luck that causes that not to go in our net, not proper placement, positioning, and things like that. Because legitimately, if you play this whole position from this moment on in the back post and like kind of stay even similarly close to where you are, ideally you're more here, but you can stay here the whole time. Realize, okay, we've got a shot opportunity, and do this, and like you're just there. This little 360 here is unnecessary. So I understand the need to turn back. That's great. Love that. From this point, either keep going back or turn left. Don't turn into me. Because you want to still be able to let me have space. We don't want to be tripping over each other with one of us having the ball. Ideally ever. But we don't really want to be tripping over each other. So from here, if you just go this way, look at how much of a better position you are if you just, you know, are here. You can have momentum at that ball. And so, even the fact that I have no boost, I can still make something happen here, right? I don't happen to in this particular moment. And I didn't see you right there. But ideally, I get a better 50 with this guy. I'm playing on poor ping too, right? Like that's something to keep in mind is people are coming at me and I have a second and a half. I have to react a second and a half quicker than I typically do, if not 2 seconds. So for me to not think you're gonna turn on that ball there, right? I saw you turn, but I didn't think you'd turn in. I don't even have much time to react to that guy. Honestly, in my typical lobbies, once I have no boost and I'm on the ball, I'm not just gonna leave the ball all of a sudden because we don't want to give up our possession. We don't want to give up any pressure. We don't just want to give them the ball. So with no boost on the ball, my job is to kind of 50 the ball in a way to give you the ball and give you possession of the ball and find a way to create something for you because I'm pretty much done with what I can do. I've got to create a 50 at that point, which I almost get. It's just lag doesn't let me get the 50 I'm looking for. But I like the pressure. I like what you've done out of it. It works. You know, no argument with what you've done outside of that. That's a good save. And that's where back post comes in too, right? You're here, you're ready. You can make that play very easily because the net's in front of you. I like the patience. I like the pass. And like, I know you're trying to shoot that ball. This ball is almost never really going to be scored. That save. Let this save all the way back here. No, nope, this save. So that's a very easy save though. Because LS wants to hit that again. You made the right decision. You did all of that right, honestly. And then from here, I mean, you're never really gonna make that shot. Your job here is just to get that centered for me, because that's an open net. And that's why that center field positioning is just fantastic, right? You've got to have ball cam on here. You have no idea what's happening in that play. You turn it off here because I think you want to go for their boost. You see them going to grab their boost. So at that point, it should register, okay, that boost isn't mine. Well, what's going on in the play? You have no idea I'm coming to take that shot, that my momentum's carried me that way. Now, it works out because the shot goes in, but that can also end very poorly. And these guys aren't good, but you are much better off with the ball in our corner being here. Back post, back post, back post on defense. And you're second man. Or last man, however you want to look at it. This is 10 times, like 9 times out of 10, the easier ball to save. An easier ball to deal with. And then, guess what happens from here? He touches that ball the way he does. Okay, cool. From here, you'll be able to see that he's not in the play. You can take your time with this and control the ball a bit. And you know, put it away from him. Put the ball this way somewhere, right? Ah, that hurts me to watch again, I'm not gonna lie. That hurts me to watch. Holy. Take your time. You don't need to rush this shot at this point. He missed the ball. This is officially open. Honestly, genuine shooting mechanics, stay here. He's missed that ball. And try to time the bounce. You don't have to hit this ball before it bounces. And B, hitting the ball on the bounce gives you more power. Again, I understand you're trying to grab boost. The boost should be subconscious. You should be seeing what's going on in the play. Because yes, you... Okay, so let's hold on. So at this particular moment, me and Buddy are racing to the corner. I'm trying to steal his boost. Because he doesn't have any. It's you and Gabe. Gabe misses that. Sure, LS turns, he's going. But he's kind of far from that. See how much time he gave you? Looking back at that? If you just power shoot that ball over here, instead of just rushing to that ball, he is not getting to this ball. I can assure you of that. Mind you, I should have scored this flick. Without a doubt. Ball would have bounced, you would have had plenty of time. There are definitely times to rush the play, but there's also points where if you're paying attention to the opponents, they will tell you when you've got time. Yeah, he might fly past the ball if you take your time there because he's expecting you to rush it. Like, there's so many choices at that point. You've got options that if you just stay here, wait to see what he's gonna do. Even by this point, if you just stay here, you've got time. If he decides to rush at that ball, so be it. But if he's not going to beat you to that bounce. He's never going to beat you to that bounce. He's all the way over there. You're right there. By the time that ball bounces, he's not beating you to it. Yeah, you might even be able to slot that ball behind him. Now, like I said, boost patting should be subconscious. You should be able to pick up this mid pad, or like this little 12 pad in front of you. Because, yeah, this is going to go back to I'm fighting in their corner. You see me out of the corner of your eye going for this ball. You should be able to watch the play, pick up that pad, pick up this pad, and then come sit out here. Because, again, you're ready for that play, and I don't have to try and make that play my own because I know you're over here. Even from here, if you just... That's an open net. I like the patience in the corner. I like the fact that you went for it. Mechanical mistakes, those happen. I don't chastise those. They'll get better as time goes on. I like being there. You tried. Well, and that's what I'm here for, right? Like, you might not think about it because, well, for whatever reason, you didn't think about it. And whatever, believe me, 2, 3 months ago, I was like you, sitting behind everybody in the corner until I started sitting more mid and just saw the opportunities just light up more often. I realized, wow, I was letting a lot of opportunities slide by just not sitting middle. So, yeah, it's that's partly what I'm here is to tell you is just things you're not thinking about in game and like just a different way of thinking about it because my game is purely game sense based. It's not mechanical. So we've got the demo. This ball we've got to go for quicker. He's rushing. Even if you just pop that ball high, even if you just pop this ball high up towards the middle, I'm up there. I stay up there expecting something to come this way because look at how my car's positioned. I see a boom of a ball coming towards me. And in my eyes, you should see me up there, boom that ball up there, and we've got opportunity. Because Gabe's diving. LS isn't back. That ball needs to get gone. I like the idea. Just, yeah. Fast aerials, they'll come. It's hard to say, honestly. What, so you hesitate here, I take it? Okay, so that's fair. At this point, like, so the way I see it, honestly, is at this point, yeah, you've got time to let this ball bounce. I don't hate this bounce here. I think it's by this point here that, yeah, you just got to jump and try and pop that ball. And if you miss, you miss. So what? Especially in a casual game where things don't matter. But I think in general, you've just got to go for this ball. Because by not going, you're not learning either. If you never go for this ball, how are you going to learn to go for this ball? How are you going to learn to properly hit this ball? So, with that logic, just go. And if you don't do anything, like you end up not doing, eventually I realize, okay, you're not doing anything with this. I'm back anyway. So there's really nothing wrong with going and not doing anything from there. Because by here, you've already been beat. He's left the ground with momentum. And again here, you're turning in to a ball that I'm already playing on. Keep coming this way. You'll see that ball comes mid. You've got time. You had a much easier way to clear that ball. If from here you just go this way. You just sit here, watch what he's doing, and then boom. Boom that ball down there. And they're both here. And again, so for positioning upfield like this, I understand in gold and plat it is very tempting to be behind your teammate because you don't trust your teammate. But as we rank up, as we get better, and as you can see from this, it is much more beneficial to drive it this way and be ready for that pass. Because sure, I completely understand where you're coming from going, oh, I'm not going to touch this ball because, oh, I'm a plat. But even if you're here at that moment in time, he's turned away. He's all the way on the other side of the field. So even if I miss this ball while you're here, you've got time to react to that and still beat Gabe to that ball. Instead, you're here, I get that pass mid, and arguably we give up an open net because they're both in their corner or off to the side of the field. Again, at this point, you see me fighting. I see you turn away. You've made that acknowledgement. So instead of turning right, you turn left. And that's a shot opportunity, anyway. I like you staying with them. Like, I don't have an issue with your shadow defense and things like that. Shadow defense looks really good. Good challenge. Missed the shot. That's on me. And then you can see just from that positioning alone, You're more in positioning I'd like to see you in from here. And as you get more aerial comfortable, that is very much a ball you can sit, shoot, and score. I'm not saying you need to be able to do that today or tomorrow, but as you get better with going up in the air, that is a very shootable ball. From... Oh, let me back that up. So I like this. I like that touch. From here, you landed on their goal line. I'm probably making a play on that. Oops, I didn't need to do that. Fly. Just keep driving this way and steal their boost as you rotate around. I understand you've got 100, but it will keep LS from grabbing that boost and from me having to try and fight that boost off of him, but he grabs that boost. If you stole that pad in the first place, he's not grabbing that 100, and he's going to be starving. Wrong post. If they put that ball here, especially with how you're sitting, you are never saving that shot. How are you getting from where you are to here quickly? So, I mean, if you want to sit front post, put your card this way. So you can at least double jump aerial up here. Ideally, I'd love to see you here because I can cover that near side and you can cover this far side. If we are going, like, as we're cheating up, A, don't use your boost to cheat up. Just drive in a straight line, grab your two middle pads, because you'll have 33 and 12, 47, you'll have 59, and then you could aerial for that ball. Instead of being in the midfield going, oh, I have 5 boost, and now I can't do anything. Because you end up just leaving the ball and going for boost anyways. And heaven forbid Gabe has a good shot. He doesn't. He's not good. But if Gabe's doing what he's supposed to be doing, that's an open net. Because you just left it open. By not challenging that ball and cheating and grabbing boost. So I like the cheat, but if you're going to cheat, you have to challenge the ball. Can't just leave it and go grab boost. I like the patience. That's just unfortunate. I mean, all in all, man, I don't see a lot too bad with how you're positioning. Is there things we could work on mechanically? Absolutely. I think getting a little bit more comfortable with just those mid volleys in the air, the balls that are you know, if you're just sitting here, being able to just jump and flip into those balls. I think you know, mechanics wise, I think that's where I'm going to see a lot of improvement out of you is just learning to get power on your touches and mid volleys. Oh, jumping. Let me get my. What am I? Why am I a hard to touch? And then again, offensively, I'd work on as your teammate fights here. There's your half court line. Get to know everything you can about this boost pad. I want you to know what makes this boost pad different than that boost pad. What's so good about this boost pad? Because this positioning right here leaves you in prime positioning to be in with any pass. And if for whatever reason you need to get back, you can half flip and get back on defense. And then defensively, just remember back post. All in all, you play a solid game. Mechanics, are they lacking? Absolutely. But out of curiosity, you have how much time do you have roughly in this game? Yeah, for 200 hours, man, you are doing fantastic. Legitimately. Like, me myself, I'm about 1,500 hours, just over 1,500 hours. So like you're on the right track. When I write up my summary for this whole coaching review, I'll give you a couple of training packs to work on power shots. Actually, I'll leave you a pack for power shots. I think I recommend the just the in-game aerial training just to start. It's going to be static balls in the air that you can try and get power on. As I mean, for the most part, defense-wise, you do pretty well. It can just be, defensive-wise back post, and I mean, you'll be fine from there. And then I think I will also leave you a dribbling pack, just so you can work on ball control in that regard. How is there anything else you might think? Because like I don't think you need crazy mechanics. Well, so the thing is, you've got to learn to walk before you learn how to crawl, before you learn how to run. So let me back out of this for a second. If we literally just go into aerial training, well, flicking is hard. I still don't know how to do it. That's not the training pack I want. Holy. We should be able to hit these types of shots comfortably. The boost up, flip into the ball, create your power, right? Because even these types of volleys and balls will get you used to the motion. And then I believe these are just moving of half volleys. But these are a little higher up. These moving. You can work on those balls if you want. I don't think you need the high aerials at this point. Are they helpful? Sure, but I don't think you need them. So I will find a half volleys pack that's got moving shots in the half volley range for you. But this rookie aerial pack, I think, is going to be a great starting point. I will send you the code to, where is it? This pack here. This pack here is a fantastic pack to just run through to work on your power. Oh my god. I have too much power. And these shots here are tough. I wouldn't worry about hitting these ones. They are doable. But for you, I don't see the need to know full court power. They even take me a few times to get done right. But this whole pack here is great for just learning power. Well, that's just it. You need basics first, right? So if you can't even hit a shot like this, which isn't even considered aerialing, why are we aerialing? Why are we trying to go for crazier shots, right? You want to be able to create power just on shooting. And accurate power. I have a link to me doing this in like just about 5 minutes every shot. That I can also I'll be happy to link you if you want. I don't necessarily think at a plat level you need to know how to do this shot. Is it nice? Absolutely. But knowing how to get powerful clears is definitely helpful. That shot helps on power clears and accuracy. That's just a half volley for you. So like, going through this pack I think will help you a ton. Legitimately. So I'll leave you the code for that. I think going through your aerial basics would be fantastic because you're not gonna do crazy stuff before you know how to do a basic shot. This pack honestly might not be bad for you. Ah, that's too high for you. Yeah, I don't expect you to hit those now. That one's too high. But I will find a decent half volley shooting pack as well. You have any additional questions, concerns, qualms, things you want to see, things you want to know? Like I said, you don't even have to work on everything. Pick one or two things and just, work on that, right? So you don't want to try and do too much. You try and do too much all at once, then you're just going to regress. And I even expect a little bit of regression at first when trying to implement new things into your game, because that's what you're trying to do new things, right? Honestly, even this pack, just to get used at simple things like that. If you want a pack to help you get better at dribbling, this is it, though, to start off with. Yeah, no, absolutely. I will definitely send you those few pack codes. If anything happens to, if you have any questions in the future, don't be afraid to message me. I'm always willing to help you out. But if that is everything, I will get to writing up the summary for you and have everything put together in one decent spot. I'll close the ticket, and then the chatbot should send you a transaction or a transcription of everything that was written, so you can come back and watch this at any point and have access to all the notes whenever you want. No problem at all. I have not a problem doing it. I love doing this sort of thing. So it is no skin off my teeth, my friend. Well, if that's everything, you have a great time. Oh, let me reread that. Hold on. Oh, of course, my chat broke for a second. Hold on. Can I not see it? You might have to retype that message for me. did not pop up for me. That's weird. Oh, ah, Tamnot. Well, I'm happy to help you out. Glad I could be helpful to you. Don't any questions in the future, just let me know. My DMs are always open for questions and to help you out, man. And if that's everything, you have a great day. Peace. You are welcome, my friend. See ya.